everyone, and welcome to Victoria's Cantina. I'm super excited because today we are taking a look at the MattelCreations Hammond Collection Jurassic Park Outhouse Chaos set, which was available exclusively at San Diego Comic-Con 2022, as well as MattelCreations.com. The set retails for $80 and features some oft-requested elements from the Jurassic Park collecting community. And let's talk about the packaging. So look at this. This is gorgeous. And this isn't even like the actual, this is a slipcase. So there's still an inner box that you're going to see. But I just love the art design on this. It just looks really gorgeous. It's just really, really nicely done. I love the pteranodon that's flying in the background, just the foliage. I mean, it looks very realistic, and I think that's one of the things that is really cool. The opposite side of the slipcase here is identical to the front. At the top, you get the very classic, beautiful Jurassic Park logo. That's the bottom for you right there. The sides, you get more of that trees and jungle element there. And then here on this side, you can actually see a little bit inside the box. And this is where the slipcase comes out. It even has a little finger hole to slide it out. And actually, there's a dual purpose to that hole, so it's kind of kidding because it enables you to try the action feature before you unbox the actual item. But look at this, you guys. This is awesome. I love how the outer slipcase just showed like a sunny, beautiful day in Isla Nublar, and the inner case is not quite that. You got a lot of rain. You got the more darkened sky. And you can already see the little rain splatterings on the T-Rex. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about all the contents of this set in detail. Now, spoiler alert, I will dim the lights a little bit to give you a little bit of a preview of what this actually looks like. So I'm going to go and turn these off. And we're going to hit the button. Try it before you buy it. I love that. Super cool. And if you were to keep this in box, it would display very well and you could still enjoy the set. I'm going to open it. I'm going to get it out of the packaging, get it unboxed. I picked this up at San Diego Comic-Con this past weekend. It wasn't easy to get. You had to go to the Mattel booth, secure a reservation for a later time, and then come back at that time, and quantities were limited. So it took a little bit of work to get, but I'm super excited that I was able to get it. Here at the back, you can see that the T-Rex has already escaped. The fencing looks great. And I just really I love this. It looks so cool. During the trial run of Jurassic Park, Donald Gennaro ends up courting disaster when he frantically flees from his vehicle in hopes of hiding from the Tyrannosaurus Rex. However, he learns the true meaning of when nature calls during this bathroom breakdown, where his objection is clearly overruled. Whoever wrote that deserves a raise. Honestly, that's really good. All right, you guys, I'm going to take a moment, get this unboxed, and then we'll take a closer look at the contents. We'll look at Gennaro, we'll look at the little box he's part of, we'll look at the T-Rex sign, and we'll look at the T-Rex itself and see how it compares to the previously released Hammond Collection T-Rex. Let's get to it. All right, you guys, here are the contents out of the packaging. It takes a little bit of work to get everything out of the box because of how everything is tied in and strapped in, and it's a little bit of time, but if you take your time, you do it carefully, you're not going to have any issues. If you rush through unboxing it, you may tear something or break something, especially some of these cardboard pieces. So just make sure that you are careful. So we're going to go ahead and start off by first focusing on the man of the hour, Gennaro himself. All right, so here he is, and this is a great looking figure, you guys. It's not perfect. There are some issues that I have with the figure. But it looks really good. Let me go and show you what the portrait looks like. So Mattel is really hit and miss when it comes to likenesses, but when you look at Gennaro here, they really did a good job with his likeness. I mean, it looks just like him. It really does. It's hard to envision them doing like a better Gennaro. Like, honestly, it looks really good. He's got the hint of a 5 o'clock shadow. He's got the bushy eyebrows. Just so good. So good. Eyes are well done. There's a little bit of a sheen to his face to look like he's maybe wet or he's sweating. And just his lips, like, he looks great. Like, this is an excellent likeness. The hair even has a little bit, very slight highlighting done to it just to accentuate the sculpt. So it's not just like a one color. They actually did highlight the gray hair a little bit. So you can certainly see that. The outfit looks great. They did put a little bit of a wash on his shirt to make it look a little bit more, to make it pop a little bit more. You can see that the tie is nice. It is sculpted on there. It's not just painted, and it's got some pretty nice detail. Look at that. Look at how little those details are, but they're really nicely captured. The pinstriping looks good. And again, there's a little bit of a wash to it just to make it look a little bit more detailed, a little more roughed up. Definitely it's not a fresh shirt that he's just placed on. His belt looks great. I love how they painted the buckle and also that little silver detail right there. I don't know if that's like a chain or what that is exactly. He's got something clasped onto his belt, but they painted that, which is kind of remarkable. Hands look good. Pants look good. His shorts. And then his legs. So here's where I have a little bit of a problem with the figure. So the shoes themselves look pretty nice. They're sculpted pretty well. He's got some loafers on. Very nice. The issue is that because of how he's packaged, he's got these ties that hold him into the package, and he's sitting on the toilet. And as a result, his feet are bowed out. So, and unfortunately, Mattel doesn't really articulate these in a way that you can fix it. Thankfully, they do have some rocker hinges on these ankles, so you can sort of make an adjustment for it, but there's no rotations at the hips. There's no like ball joints at the knees, so you can't really. It's really hard to stand as a result. And yeah, it looks a little Pinocchio-esque when you look at it from this angle. But it's nice. It's a great looking figure. In terms of the articulation, if you've gotten the Malcolm Hammond collection, same sort of articulation system. So you do have a ball joint here at the head, and it's just like a little ball pin that keeps it in place. So you can move that around. Not bad. He doesn't really look up or down. He just goes side to side. So not a whole lot of movement there. At the shoulders, you do have insert molded joints, so you get good motion there. Same with the elbows, definitely more than 90 degrees. The wrists, you can rotate them. This one actually hinges up and down like that. Same thing here on his left hand. Here at the torso, there is a ball joint, so you can actually get some pretty decent movement from it. You can kind of make him go in different directions, so that's kind of fun. Here at the hips, those are on a type of barbell joint, so you can see they plug into the hips. He does do a good Gennaro split. Should we call this the lawyer split? So definitely not how he posed in the movie. And then at the knees, he's got really good posing at the knees because Mattel did engineer those double bends. However, I would have preferred the ball joints just because I think, you would be able to make up for the issue with the bowed out feet. And then here at the ankles, you can push them in, push them up. And then again, they are on rocker hinges. You do get a little bit of that movement there. So overall, pretty nicely articulated. Not the best, but certainly a cut above what they do on the standard figures. So Gennaro does come with his trademark hat. I mean, he's got to have the hat, right? And then he also comes with a little case. I guess this is his, I don't know if his toiletries are in here. Haha. Or maybe he has something else in there. I don't know. A contract to have some paperwork. I don't know, for Hammond to sign. Who knows? It could be anything. The hat fits him just fine. It's a pretty decent look if you wanted to have him wearing the hat. And then the case that he comes with, the satchel, is pretty nice as well. So he holds it well. It's got a nice look to it. Pretty good. The biggest issue, of course, being those ankles. It's just a shame that they're warped like that because of the packaging. Maybe something that's fixable with some heat. But for the time being, he's a little warped. All right, here is the Outhouse. So the Outhouse is a very interesting piece. It is made primarily out of cardboard. It does have a plastic base. And basically the way that it works is pretty simple. You do have to assemble it upon opening it from the box. There is a door that opens right there, and you can see the toilet inside. And it just kind of bends and folds in place. So, I mean, it's okay. It's not anything uber fancy. The very top of it comes off like that. So basically this top piece is just kind of attached in there. So it does come off. If you wanted to remove just the roof, you could put it back on and it just snaps back in place. And it's supposed to look like straw, as you can see. So it's not bad. It does go back together all right. Here's the inside. You can see a toilet paper roll right there. You can see some toilet seat covers right there. And these are just printed on. It's supposed to look like bamboo and some plants around it. It's okay. Again, it's not great, but it gets the job done, I suppose. The actual base right here is kind of cool. I do like this. This is plastic. It takes 3 AAA batteries that are included, thankfully. There's a button right here to activate the effects. And there's the toilet. I know you want to see the toilet up close. Let's get a close-up of the toilet. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a lid that moves. The lower seat does not move. That's the inside right there. If you wanted to put some water in it, or maybe some clear glue or something to look like water, you could do that. I'm not going to do that, but you could do that. There's the back. There's the plumbing. It's so funny that Mattel actually made this. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I like it, but it is kind of funny. And it's kind of a weighty base, which is interesting. Now, one thing that I do appreciate here, even though it is cardboard, they did also give this to you. So you can see there's a little track. If you wanted to snap this in place, just like that, now it looks like the outhouse was broken, and you can put your Gennaro on there, and it just looks like it's kind of been broken off here at the stalks of the bamboo. So pretty nice. Now, as far as putting Gennaro on the toilet, we'll get rid of his hat. We'll get rid of his case. We'll bend his legs. We'll fold his arms like that. We'll do that little slicking the hair back kind of thing that he does in that scene. And we'll put him on the toilet. I'm just gonna get a better bend here out of his knee and see what we can do here. So that's basically him on the toilet. That's cool. His legs are a little bit long, but that's okay. I mean, I guess toilets vary in size. And yeah, there he is sitting on, I love the sound effect in the movie when he falls in the toilet. It definitely has like an audible, like as soon as he like sits down, like a little sound. This is cool. This is pretty cool. I would have liked the whole thing to be plastic, of course, but you know, we don't always get what we want, and perhaps this is better than nothing. All right, so I kind of want to take a look now at the whole shebang here. I want to see the whole thing in action. So let me go ahead and we'll open up the door right there so we can see him. Sorry, Gennaro, didn't mean to disrupt you there. And I'll go ahead and get the lights again. And we'll go ahead and hit the button once more. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. And you know, that really is the saving grace of this. I think it's the electronics. If it didn't have the electronics, it would not be nearly as fun. If you wanted to remove this again and put the other piece back on, just set it into the track right there like that. And then you could do the exact same thing. Guess what? We're gonna do it because it's kind of fun. Let's do it. And yeah, I kind of got it on my first try. That's kind of cool. So poor Gennaro, he's stuck in there. Yeah, he's gonna be in there a while, I think. Yeah, poor guy. All right, so here you can see both of their Rexes next to each other. So obviously the original right here on the right is more a daytime Rex, I guess, if you want to call it that. And the other one's more of a nighttime Rex. I mean, they're both really cool. I think the one on the right probably looks a little bit better. It just looks a little more accurate, like especially when you think about Rexy attacking the Gallimimus in the first Jurassic Park. I think they captured that look pretty well here. The other one has almost a more Jurassic World type look, I suppose. But it looks good. If you look at some photos of the breakout scene, the coloring seems to be pretty on par. Like some of the behind the scenes photos of the animatronic, I feel like they did a pretty good job matching it up to that. I mean, they both look quite great to me. If you have the original release, do you need that one too? But it's definitely fun to have. And like what I was saying earlier about the eyes, like my original one just has a really nice eye to it. I mean, it kind of looks like it's following you. That's a really brilliant thing. No matter how you move, it looks like the Rex is looking at you. Like she's maintaining your gaze. She's looking right at you. That's really cool. I love that Mattel did that. On this one though, the Outpost Chaos set, the eyes are just really cloudy. I mean, I can kind of see the pupil and it kind of does somewhat the same thing, but they just don't really stand out. Like this first one, look how vibrant the eyes are compared to the new one. Like you can't even see her eyes. And I feel like that would have worked really well here because, you know, it's more of a nighttime thing. And if you look at the movie, her eyes are definitely kind of glowing. So, or, you know, at least reflecting light. So it looks like they're glowing. So I don't really know, you know, why they didn't do that with you know, the new Outpost Rexy. It's just the eyes aren't quite as good on this one, and it's just too bad because that was one of my favorite things about the first Rex. So I don't know why they didn't make that as apparent here. The insides of the mouse, the teeth, tongue, all basically the same colors. It's just going to be mostly the eyes and the outer body paint that you're going to see the difference here. I think even the claws look to be pretty much the same color on both figures. So again, I do prefer this one, especially because of the eyes and just the overall, you know, it's just a great looking toy. I like this one too. I'm happy that I have it as a collector. Definitely happy that I have it. But I don't think you absolutely need it if you already have that one. It's just more of your hardcore collector. You got to have the variations. Then, you know, that's fun too. Of course, I don't think anybody buying the set, or maybe they are, is buying this so much for the Rex as much as they are for the toilet. And Gennaro too, because, you know, so far this is the only way to get Gennaro. First time he's ever been made into an action figure. Now, I didn't review the first Hammond Collection T-Rex, so I'll kind of continue doing that here with the articulation. So other than the upper and the lower jaw, you do get some really nice neck movement here. So you can move the neck here, you can move it here at that joint, and they do go side to side. Here at the shoulders, you do have a ball joint. Now these are very tight joints. It's the same issue I had with the original Rex, but they're not quite as tight on this one as they were on the first one. Insert molded joint here at the elbow, insert molded joint there at the wrist. So good fluidity of movement there. Here at the hips, you do get a hip that goes in and out. So it's kind of like the other Rexes in that sense. At the knees, you get double bend. You can see them right there, and they are kind of tight. You also have a ball joint there at the ankle, ball joint here at the lower ankle, let's call it, or the foot. And then the tail is also on a ball joint connection that you have to insert when you take it out of the packaging. There's another joint right there, so you can kind of move that around. And then this right there, I don't know if that's supposed to be there. I kind of feel like it's glued on, doesn't seem to move. And then the tip of the tail is a little bit, it's not really bendy, but you can kind of like move it side to side right there if you wanted to do that. So, you know, definitely the most articulated Rex we've ever gotten from a mass producing global company like Mattel. So overall, you guys, this is a really fun set. It is $80, but it's not terrible considering the Rex is $50. You add another 12 or so, or 13 is what the figure would cost as a standalone release, and then the electronics and the Outhouse. I mean, it's not bad. There's always a little bit of a convention premium as well, so, you know, a couple bucks for that. Not terrible. Would I have preferred maybe just Gennaro with a completely plastic toilet set? Maybe. I think that would have been fun, but if you're attending a convention, you want a souvenir, maybe you're not a hardcore collector, you kind of have to have the Rex with it as well, so I understand why they did it that way. Again, if you have the original Rex, I don't know that you need this Rex, and as for Gennaro, I am quite confident they will release him in the main line. So if you're mostly after the figure, I think you're going to be able to get it as well. Will he come with the toilet? Probably not. So, I mean, if you want the toilet, I mean, this is the only way to get it. He'll probably have the same accessories. Maybe he'll have an additional accessory or interchangeable arms or who knows what. But I am confident we'll see the figure, the Gennaro figure, released by itself at some point. But overall, I dig this. I'm happy to have it. It's a fun set. And I honestly just can't stop. I can't stop myself. I got to keep pushing this. It's too much fun. It's just too much fun, you guys. Guys, that'll do it. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. Were you able to get this set? I know it was really hard to get. There's a lot of disappointed folks out there. Let me know your thoughts as to whether or not this is something you will be adding to your collection, or if you were fortunate enough to grab it while it was up, or if you attended the show. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Subscribe to the Cantina Chatter podcast, the Vintage Collection podcast, and definitely subscribe if you're not already following the channel. I got some more Jurassic content in the very imminent future related to what you see here. So thanks again, guys. Enjoy. And if you're at a dinosaur theme park and you happen to notice a T-Rex on the loose, maybe don't go to the bathroom. Maybe try and find another place to go. All right. Thank you, you guys. Bye-bye.